Caro, ¿cómo estás?
Hola, hola, buenas tardes. Muchas gracias por invitarme. Estoy muy feliz de estar aquí contigo.
Yo igual quiero darte las gracias realmente el apoyo que nos estás dando. I want to make sure that, you're highlighted and, you're one of my Latino owned agencies. Most importantly, Latina owned agencies.
Ujú.
As we all
Thank
know,
you.
Latina businesses are striving in our country. So what I wanted to do for this segment of It's All About the Agents is really highlight the diversity that we have in insurance, and
Sure.
Carolina, I think you've done a phenomenal job in terms of your branding and how you've grown your agency. I know you worked for an agency for many years and then you ended up kind of starting your own business, which is fascinating. So why don't you share a little bit about your agency, and then also I know you're doing some unique branding. Share some of the unique branding that you're doing with us as well.
Okay, Albert, thank you. Thank you. Yeah, so definitely our agency is here about to turn 3 years old. We're very excited to celebrate our third year in business. And we're excited about, being able to be that ally in the community, the Hispanic community, to be able to bring our services not just to our common markets, but to really look for those clients that are probably lacking information or education on insurance, and to be able to provide them with these resources, like, let's look at your insurance. Let's not
Right.
focus on maybe looking for the lowest cost, but let's
Sure.
really analyze what is it that you as a customer need to insure. And my brand is Insured by Caro. Insured by Caro came out of conversations with some of my friends, and she said, why don't you launch Insured by Caro, and give, what does it mean to be insured by Caro? What does it
Sure.
mean to
Yeah.
buy insurance from you? And I think that when I first entered in the industry of insurance 17 years ago, the purpose is power.
Absolutely.
When your
Absolutely.
clients know what they're buying. So if a customer is informed that their general liability, their workers' comp, their commercial auto, their personal auto, their umbrellas, what is it that I'm really paying for? What
Correct.
is it that I'm really protecting? And when
Right.
you give, that
Information.
understanding and that information, and obviously, you're not just providing like, hey, I want you to buy this.
Mhm. Well, and I think one of the things too that
So what
comes
I've
out of
been
that.
doing in these days that we've been at home and working from home, I've began to create content that's going to be completely in Espanol, understand 100% what insurance is and how they can supplement their business, and understand how to talk to their agents, what questions to ask their broker. I'm not saying everybody come get insured with me. What I'm saying is, hey, agents, educate our
Mhm.
customers.
Right.
Let's give that extra value. Let's give our customers that security of saying, hey, you're going to be insured correctly, and I'm going to explain to you why you need this, and so that you will, one, you'll retain a customer.
Hmm.
Two, you're going to create a connection of trust that any other products and services you begin to add on, the customer is not going to go look for somebody else, or
And I,
they're going to recommend for this, and that's ideally what we want to create.
and I think also what one of the things that's important is that you create a sense of loyalty, right? And as we talked about, the probably about 99.9% of your clients are Latino,
Yes.
where you service, in the Chula Vista area and all throughout South Bay and all throughout San Diego. But your focus has been about education, and when you talk about that, you really build a different type of relationship with your client because you're teaching them, what is it that they're buying. And listen, I'm from Panama to servicing the Hispanic community and giving that information. That's just a personal brand, and I think a stamp that you're creating that others are not. And I think that makes Chairman Insurance very unique in what you do. We talked a little bit about some of your clients, and we talked about how certain clients are thriving and certain clients are suffering. But we mentioned some of the industries that you serve, right? Janitorial services. We talked about transportation and others. But you talked about something that I thought was very interesting about one of your clients and what they've done. Would you share that with the
Yeah,
segment?
absolutely. Excuse me. I think that it's very important that we maintain the focus and the positive. There's so many businesses closing down, and we're praying for everybody that's going through a situation of hurt. But I also want to really shout out to those who are looking for opportunities to thrive in an industry and in a time where a lot of people are becoming negative or looking down upon innovating in a business. And this
Correct.
customer, obviously preparation and opportunity meet, and that's where he was able to develop this business. And he is now invested a lot of his capital into equipment to decontaminate offices and workplaces by using UV lights and gas, and to be able to say, hey, chairman, I need 4 policies in order for my business to start in the next 2 weeks. Right. And I'm just like, whoa.
Wow.
Here we have the call, hey, I can't make my insurance payment because of what's going on. And then here was
somebody starting their own business.
I need 4 policies. Like, wow. And it's honestly, that's the part where we as agents need to be prepared and ready to have that availability to our customers, and to really make, to reach out to those businesses. Are you working? Are you not working? And right now our staff is literally contacting every customer saying, hey, are you okay? How's your family?
Touching base.
We're not even calling you about your payment. We're not calling you about, do you need anything? It's just, what can we do? How can we help? And that's what's been keeping our door open right now.
And I think that's a great point, because most, what I've heard throughout these segments that I've done from a lot of agents is that of adding value. But also, exploring, those clients that are essential businesses, like you mentioned, and seeing, okay, what are you doing, and what ideas do you have? The fact that here is somebody that's starting a new business. He saw what was going on. He knows that he has an opportunity to provide a service that is needed. And this is something that for that particular client, it will continue to grow, right? Because this is something that people are going to be definitely more cautious of. And I think, when we talk about insurance being an essential business, it was great that you were able to answer that phone call.
Absolutely. Absolutely. And I think that we underestimate the fact that after we recover from this situation, how many people are not going to be requiring, come clean my office, come decontaminate.
That's a great point. And I think that, kudos to him. I think that's very exciting. Bueno, Carolina, nada más quería decirte muchísimas gracias. It's really, really nice to have you in this segment. Love highlighting a Latina business owner, who's going out and servicing the Hispanic community, because we all need information, and I think all communities need agents that can speak their language. Absolutely. Right? I think that's extremely important. That can share their story, and there's a bond, right, that exists. And I think clients can be very loyal when you give them the right service. Thank you for your time.
Thank you. I just want to say also that amongst all the chaos going on, you were one of the few that reached out and said, hey, we're here, we're working, how can we help? If you need something, contact us. We may not be physically face to face, but knowing that the lines of communication are open is very important to us. So thank you for being there.
We're going to continue to be there through this, and continue to support you, and anything that we can, give us a holler.
Awesome. Okay? Thank you so much.
Muchísimas gracias, Carolina. Te cuidas.
Thank you.